Good morning students. Last video class you learned about steps involved in recombinant DNA technology. In this class you are going to learn about the tools of genetic engineering. First, restriction endonuclease. So the restriction enzymes or the enzymes which cut the DNA at a specific site. So there are two type of restriction enzymes are there. One is the exonuclease, another one is the endonuclease. First, restriction endonuclease. Restriction endonuclease is also called as molecular scissor because it cut the DNA at a specific site. So the restriction enzymes are called as a molecular scissors. This act as a foundation of recombinant DNA technology. The enzyme that is restriction endonuclease enzymes exist in many bacteria. They function as a part of the defense mechanism and called as restriction modification system because this restriction enzymes are restriction endonuclease. When any bacteriophages or any invading microorganisms attack the bacteria means it choke up the nucleic acid, that is DNA of the foreign body, and protect the bacteria from this infectious agent. So it acts as a defense mechanism. So the restriction endonuclease is act as a defense mechanism in some bacteria are called as a restriction modification system. So there are the restriction endonuclease are of three types. So the three types of restriction endonuclease are type 1, type 2 and type 3, which differs from slight modification in their action. Type 2 is preferred for use of recombinant DNA technology as they recognize and cut the DNA with a specific sequence typically consists of 4 to 8 base pairs. So example for certain enzymes are ALU1, BAMH1, HI, EcoR1, HIL3 and HIND3. So there are different types of type 2 restriction enzymes are available. So the restriction enzyme HIND2 always cut a DNA molecule at a point of recognizing a specific sequence of 6 base pairs. This sequence is known as a recognition sequence. The sequence in HIND3 consists of 6 base pairs. Today, more than 900 restriction enzymes have been isolated from over 230 strains of bacteria, that is different strains, varieties of bacteria with a different recognition sequence. Types of type 2 restriction enzymes with source recognition and cleavage site. So ALU1, it is obtained from the microorganism Arthrobacter luteus. The recognition site is A, that is adenine, GCT. So it cut the cleavage site is fragments are blunt end. So the end is a blunt in nature. B, H1, Bacillus amelocufaciens. The fragments are sticky ends. EcoR1, E. coli bacteria. So it also cut the back at sticky ends. Hem3, Haemophilus aegyptus. It cuts the fragments in a blunt end. Hind3, Haemophilus influenza. It cut the fragments at a sticky end. Palindromic repeats. It is a symmetric repeated sequence in a DNA strands. So C stands for cytosine, A stands for adenine, T thymine, A adenine, T thymine, A T T G. So the next strand, it repeats the mirror image of the first strand. G T A T A T A T T A C. So this type of sequence or this type of complementary strands are called as a palindromic repeats. The sequence of the base pairs are adenine, guanine, thymine in the reverse direction when compared to the first sequence is called as a palindromic repeats. In a reverse order, the second strand is present in a reverse order of the first sequence is called as a palindromic repeats. Restriction endonuclease are named by a standard procedure like the taxonomical naming or the binomial naming. The restriction endonuclease name is also in a standard procedure. The first letter of the enzyme, suppose it Arthrobacter A, first letter of the enzyme indicates the generic name followed by the first two letters of the species. First two letters of the species. Then comes the stains of the organism, and finally a Roman number indicates the order of the discovery. For example, in Escherichia coli, the first letter is E. It is a capital. The next two letter of the species name Co. The R1, that is restriction, Eco R1 represent E. coli, Escherichia coli, bacteria. The restriction enzyme, now Roman number 1. So the order of the discovery is 1. Eco R1 is the form of Escherichia. E, capital E, coli, CO, strain, RY, 13. The R and the first endonuclease to be discovered. That is, the E. coli bacteria was the first endonuclease discovered. So the exact kind of cleavage means a breakage produces by a restriction enzyme is the important in the design of gene cloning. There are two ends are there, one is a sticky end, another one is a blunt end. Some cleavage, that is cleavage means break. Some enzymes break both the strands of the DNA through the center, resulting in blunt end. It cut the DNA sequence in two straight lines. It causes a blunt end of the DNA or flash end. These are known as a symmetric cut. Symmetric means a equal in cut. Some enzymes in the cut in a way protruding comes out. One part is a protruding means comes out, and a resist end known as a sticky end. One part is a protruding end, another part is a recede, that is inside, are called as a sticky or cohesive end. Such a cut are called as a strategized or symmetric cut, asymmetric cut. So the blunt end cut is a symmetric cut. The sticky end cut is a asymmetric cuts. In addition to the restriction endonuclease, the two other enzymes are also plays an important role in the recombinant DNA technology. So they are DNA ligase and alkaline phosphate. The function of DNA ligase are used to join the cut end of the DNA molecules. Alkaline phosphate, it is a DNA modifying enzyme and add or remove a specific sequence. Specific phosphate group at 5' terminal is a alkaline phosphate. In addition to the restriction endonuclease, the other two enzymes are involved in recombinant DNA technology are DNA ligase and alkaline phosphate. DNA ligase. DNA ligase enzymes is used to join the sugar and phosphate molecules of a double-stranded DNA. Double-stranded DNA are joined by means of DNA ligase. So the DNA ligase is a pasting enzyme. So double-stranded with 5 phosphate and a hydrogenate group are joined by means of a DNA ligase. An adenosyl triphosphate dependent reaction. It has needed energy to paste the DNA molecules. This is isolated from the DNA ligase is isolated from T4 bacteriophage. It is isolated from T4 bacteriophage. DNA ligase reaction. So DNA stand at 3' OH group plus phosphate 5'. So the DNA with the help of ATP, it joined a new 5-3- phosphate diester bond. It joined the cut end of the or sticky end of the DNA molecules. So cut sticky end of the DNA molecules of a donor and the recipient DNA. For the formation of recombinant DNA technology, the DNA ligase is used as a pasting enzyme. The next action of alkaline phosphate. So the alkaline phosphate, it is a DNA modifying enzyme and adds or remove a specific phosphate group at 5' end. It adds or remove the phosphate group at 5' end terminal of double stranded DNA or single stranded DNA or RNA. So the alkaline phosphate is used to remove or add the phosphate group at 5' end in a single stranded or double stranded DNA and the RNA molecules. It prevents the self-ligation, the self-joining of the DNA molecules are prevented by alkaline phosphate. This enzyme is purified from the bacteria and calf intestine. So it is obtained from the bacteria and calf intestine. So the DNA ligase is used to join the cut end or sticky end. Alkaline phosphate is used to remove or join the phosphate group at 5' end. So you already learned about vectors in Zoom class. So in this video class, I am going to learn about methods of gene transfer in plants. The next step after recombinant DNA molecule has been generated is to introduce it into a suitable host. So the rDNA is introduced into the suitable host as a method of gene transfer in plants or any organism. There are many methods can be introduced recombined vector, and these are dependent on several factors such as the vector type and host cell. So they are depending upon the vector type and the host cell. For achieving genetic transformation in plants, the basic prerequisite is the construction of vector which carries the gene of interest. Construction of vector which carries the gene of interest by the flanked by the necessary controlling sequence. The promoter, that is the promoter and terminator, and the deliver the genes into the host plant. There are two kinds of gene transfer method in plants. Based upon the delivery of the gene of interest into the host cell, there are two methods are used in plants. One is a direct or vectorless gene transfer. Another one is the indirect or vector mediated gene transfer. There are two types of gene transfers are involved in the transfer of recombinant DNA into the host cell. One is a direct or vectorless gene transfer and indirect or vector mediated gene transfer. Direct or vectorless gene transfer. In direct gene transfer method, the foreign gene, that is the gene of interest, the foreign gene of interest is delivered into the host plant without the help of a vector. So some of the methods are involved in direct or vectorless gene transfer are chemical mediated gene transfer, micro injection, electroporation method of gene transfer, and liposome mediated method of gene transfer. The last type of vectorless or direct gene transfer is biolistics. The first method of vectorless gene transfer is chemical mediated gene transfer in plants. Certain chemicals like polyethylene glycol (PEG) and destrone sulfate induce DNA uptake into the plant protoplasm. So directly it induces the DNA uptake into the plant protoplasm. The chemicals such as polyethylene glycol and dextran sulfate. Microinjection. The DNA is directly injected into the nucleus using fine tipped glass needles or micropipette to transform plant cells. So in microinjection method, the DNA is directly ingested into the nucleus of the plant by using fine tipped glass needles or micropipettes. The protoplasm are mobilized on a solid support such as agarose on a microscopic slide or held with a holding pipette under suction. Electroporation method of gene transfer, a pulse of high voltage is applied to the protoplasm. The cells or a tissue which makes transit pores in the plasma membrane by means of electric field, a high voltage create pores in the plasma membrane through which the uptake of foreign DNA through the pores present in the plasma membrane make permeable to the foreign DNA. The next type is liposome mediate method of gene transfer in plants. The liposomes are the artificial phospholipid vesicles are useful in gene transfer. The liposomes are artificially made phospholipid vesicles which are used to transfer the DNA, the foreign DNA into the plant cell. The gene or DNA is transferred from liposome into the vacuoles of the plants. So this liposome transfer the foreign DNA into the plant cell. The liposome which carries the foreign DNA particles, that is foreign DNA particle, gene of interest, liposomes. The connection of foreign DNA into the liposomes are called as lipoplugs. This lipoplugs are entered into the plant cell through the cell membrane. The lipoplugs deliver the foreign DNA into the plant cell. It is carried out by encapsulated DNA into the vacuoles. The technique is advantageous because the liposomes protects the introduced DNA. So inside the lipoprotein layer, the liposomes, the foreign DNA is present. So it protects the foreign DNA from any damages by the acidic pH and protease enzymes present in the vacuoles. The liposomes and tonoplast of vacuoles. The vacuoles are also called as a tonoplast in plants. The tonoplast fusions resulted in the gene transfer. This process is called as a liposuction. So what is meant by liposuction? So liposuction means the liposomes and the tonoplast of vacuole. Tonoplast of the vacuoles or the cytoplasmic membrane which surrounds the vacuole, which separates the vacuole content from the cytoplasmic content of the cell, is called as a tonoplast. So the liposome and tonoplast of vacuole fusion resulting in the gene transfer. This process is called as a liposuction. The next topic is the biolistics. The foreign DNA is coated onto the surface of a minute gold or tungsten. Minute gold or tungsten particles. So minute gold or tungsten particles and bombarded onto the target tissue or cell using a particle gun-like particle is called as a gene gun or micro projectile gun or shoot gun technology. Then the bombarded cells or a tissue are cultured on a selectable media. It regenerates the plant from the transferred cells. It regenerates the plant, that is the target plant cell is cultured in a specific media, it can germinate it can produce the plant which is having a desired character. So the gene gun barrel, plastic disc with DNA coated or gold particles, the disc stopped by a screen. DNA coated gold particles, so they are entering into the target plant cell. They are like a gun. It supplies the recombinant DNA into the target plant cell. When this targeted plant cells are kept in a suitable media, it can germinate the plants which is having a desirable quality. Next topic is indirect or vector mediated gene transfer. So indirect or vector mediated gene transfer takes place by a plasmid vector. It's known the gene transfer which is mediated or takes place with the help of a plasmid vector is known as a indirect or vector mediated gene transfer. Among the various vectors used for the plant transformation, the most commonly used are TA plasmid from Acrobacterium tumefaciens. So you already known about the plasmid Acrobacterium tumefaciens. It is a tumor inducing bacteria which causes ground gall disease in some plants. So this bacterium has a large sized plasmid known as a TA plasmid. This bacteria having a large sized plasmid is called as a TA plasmid. The TA plasmid represent the tumor induction in the plant cell or tumor inducing plasmid. And a portion of referred to as a tDNA. That is transferred DNA is transferred to the plant genome in the infected cells and causes the plant to tumor. That is tDNA is responsible for causing the tumor induction in the plant cell. It causes a disease called as a crown gall disease. Since this bacteria has the natural ability to transfer ddNA region of its plasmid into the plant genome upon infection of a cell to the wound site. It is also known as the natural genetic engineering of the plants. By removing the TA, that is tumor induction property of the cell, and instead of TA plasmid, we can add the gene of interest into the plasmid. It, as a regular method of infection of the plant, it insert the foreign DNA into the plant. As the plant cells are grown in the culture, that is the targeted changed, the plant cell which carries the tDNA particle, that is tDNA's desirable DNA particle, is cultured into a culture medium. From this plant, the regeneration of the plant possesses the new character. The plants with a new triad is formed by means of Acrobacterium tumefaciens. Here the Acrobacterium tumefaciens is used as a cloning vector which insert the recombinant DNA into the plant cell. This type of gene transfer is called as a indirect or vector mediated gene transfer in plants. Screening for recombinants. After the introduction of rDNA, that is recombinant DNA, into a suitable host cell, it is essential to identify those cells which have received the rDNA. So that is the host cell which have received the recombinant DNA molecule is tested by means of a screening for recombinant. This process is called as a screening. We have to identify whether the plant which carries the rDNA by a method is called as a screening. That is, the host cell is either to carry the rDNA molecule. The method to test the presence of recombinant DNA into the host cell is called as a screening technique. The vector or foreign DNA present in recombined cells express the character, while the non-recombinant do not express the characters. Only the recombinant express the character of the rDNA. For this, some of the methods are used, and one such a method of using or screening the foreign rDNA is called as a blue-white selection method. Blue-white selection method is used as a identify the rDNA into the host cell, either present in the host cell. Insertional inaction, blue-white colony selection method. It is a very powerful method used for screening of recombinant plasmid into the host cell. So, the very common method used to identify the recombinant plasmid in the host cell is a blue-white colony selection method. In this method, a reporter gene called LAC-Z is inserted in the vector. A LAC-Z is a recombinant gene. A LAC result is inserted into the vector. It is a reporter gene. The name of the reporter gene in blue-white colony method is a LAC-Z. Is inserted into the vector. The LAC-Z encodes the enzyme beta galactosidase. It encodes the enzyme beta galactosidase and contains several recognition site for restriction enzyme. For restriction enzyme is used to cut. Beta galactosidase breaks a synthetic substrate called X-gel. It breaks the beta galactosidase breaks a beta galactosidase breaks a synthetic substrate called X-gel. A synthetic substrate called X-gel. It contains 5-bromo-4-chloro-indole beta-D-galactopyranoside into a soluble blue colored product. If a foreign gene is inserted into the LAC-Z, this gene will be inactivated. If any other foreign gene is inserted into this LAC-Z, this gene will be inactivated and therefore there is no blue color is formed. So therefore no appearance of blue color. It will become a white because beta galactosidase is not synthesized due to inactivation of a LAC-Z. Therefore the host cell containing rDNA from white colored colonies on the medium containing X-gel, whereas the other cells containing non-recombinant DNA will develop the blue color colonies. On the basis of the colony color, the recombinant can be selected. On the basis of the colony color, the recombinant can be selected. So in this method, that is blue-white colony selection method, if the host cell containing rDNA, that is foreign DNA from white colored colonies on the medium X. In this blue-white colony method, if the host cell which containing rDNA, that is recombined DNA, means it produces white colored colonies. It produces white colored colonies, that is the white color colony contains the insert. Insert means the recombinant DNA, that is gene of interest. In the X-gel medium, the X-gel medium is produced by the beta glucosidase. Whereas if the non-recombinant is present, means it causes blue colored colonies. The non-recombinants shows the blue color colonies. They are does not having the gene of interest. By this color, by using the color, white means it is a gene of interest. Blue color means it is a non-recombinant. So by using this blue and white color colony method, the suitable recombinant can be selected.